Hi there, I'm Joey.
I'm Jacob.
And we're watching Star Trek for the first time. I don't know what the fuck that was.
I'd say, what kind of energy did you come in with?
Felt like doing it. Last time... what did we do last time? Wait, hang on. Oh, that's right. Go mad because you saw the Pulp Fiction briefcase. Okay,
yes.
That's right. So, today we're watching an episode called Spectre of the Gun.
Spectre of the Gun.
But it might be shit, but like, that's a fucking awesome title.
Spectre of the Gun.
Spectre of the Gun. Alright, we're gonna see what this shit's all about. Be sure to join us for post-episode thoughts in a second. If I screw that up, see you guys then. You're dealing with a neighbor's yard work again, but that does not break the spirit of Doctor Who's 1966 hit, The Gunfighters.
No, it doesn't.
That does not. Fill up your glasses and join in the song. It's the OK Corral once again here, and I'm so fucking excited, but also, what? Season 3 is the weirdest shit, man. I don't know. I never know what to expect. Like, I truly don't. At first I was like, oh, that's a pretty safe setup for a Star Trek episode. They passed into some space they're not supposed to. A god got angry at them and sent them to death, and I'm sure they're gonna get out of it somehow. But that particular death that this god sent them to, this one's Melkot of the Melkotians. It sent them to the OK Corral, and it sent them to be killed in a gunfight. The gunfight between the Earps and the Clantons, and it's the gunfighters. It's Tombstone. I can make a million different fucking references to fictional representations of this fight. But I don't know. We've made enough Doctor Who references on this show.
I just think it's funny that there's at least the third version of this particular event I can think of off the top of my head.
Have you ever actually seen Tombstone?
I've seen parts of it, but I haven't seen the whole movie.
All right. But man, I love it. So I do kind of love a lot of the setup here though, because it's like all the crew that gets transported down there. It's Kirk, Spock, McCoy, Scotty, and Chekov. They're all seen as the Clantons by the eyes of like literally everyone there. So Chekov has a girlfriend there once again because Chekov's a fucking king, and Kirk is like constantly trying to like reason with everyone around him, and they run into the Earps early on, and it's fine.
Right, like it's okay.
Yeah, I think you can have a lot more fun with it than a lot of the actors are in this case. But clearly, the episode is trying to say a bit more than just let's do a funny Western episode.
Right. Like I think the actors would be playing that. All of the Earps are very deadpan. They move very deliberately.
Yeah, almost robot-like.
Yeah, almost robot-like, exactly.
Yeah, because the whole thing is that it's a fictional reenactment of the whole thing. Which is weird, because early on they're like, oh yeah, well the Clantons all die here, so we have to die, because we can't change history, and it's like, what? It's clearly a reenactment. You call it the fact that all the sets around you are only half built. Like, you can see the sky through various walls and everything.
Right, I don't think there's a building that's fully complete.
Yeah, it just makes for some really cool shots. Like, I love the one where it's shown a couple times where they focus on the clock that's counting down to their deaths, and it's just stuck in the sky there because it's supposed to be on a wall, but it's just up there.
Right, because there's no wall.
Yeah. I don't know, just a cool aspect of it that just. I don't know. I liked seeing that visually.
Right. And the crew tries at various numbers of ways to get out of the gunfight. They're like, all right, well, we just got to leave town, and they won't fight us. Mm-hmm. So they try to leave town.
Yeah. I love the absolutely batshit insane performance of the bartender guy.
Oh, God.
That Kirk talks to, and he's like, these clothes, you ever seen these before? Well, I've seen them on you! And he's just like losing his fucking mind for no reason. Right. I love him. He's great.
Because the illusion can't be broken.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so like, we also have a bit like later on where like McCoy meets Doc Holliday, and I love the various depictions of Doc Holliday in fictional media. They're all so wildly different. Yeah, it's just funny. I love the whole bit about the bourbon.
Oh yeah.
He's like, McCoy's like, have this bourbon. In small doses, it was medicinal. And Scotty over there has just a nice solid glass of it with him. He's like, oh, it's not so bad. Just like,
and they're like, Scotty, that will literally burn your insides out.
Oh my god, I don't think we've ever said it on a recording before, but I've come to love Scotty so much for how much of a fucking idiot he is most of the time.
Right.
Like, world's luckiest dumbass. I love him. Like, he's wonderful.
You've specifically been calling it out in season 3 a lot.
I have. Did I call it out last episode? Like, not in the recording, but did I do it last episode? I forget which one I was specifically thinking of, where he was just hanging around in the control room. Oh, it was a Children Shall Lead. It might have been in that one.
It was Children Shall Lead.
He's such an idiot. I love him. He's just... he's probably really competent to massive Trek fans, but just seeing him just straight as he is on the screen, just taking that information in, he's an idiot.
Oh god, yeah.
He's wonderful. Also, our god of the week has like cordoned off the city limits. Kirk and the whole crew down there, they can't get out, so anytime they do, there's this green light that like forces them back.
It's the same effect you see on like the jail, like the cells in the show.
Yeah, definitely. Chekov literally dies.
Yeah, and that's when everyone's cued in that history has been played out differently now.
Yeah. Chekov, after running away from a woman because she asked him to marry her, he gets shot by one of the Earps, and he dies. And Spock is like, oh well, was it Billy? Not Clanton, but he had a different last name. He was like, Billy is like the only guy to have actually survived the historical fight here, but yet he's the only one that's died among us. And it's treated as a really triumphant moment, but at the back of my mind, I'm like, I know Chekov is gonna be okay, but Chekov is like to the crew, Chekov is just straight up dead. Yeah, they don't really comment on that much after they make this revelation.
They're like, Chekov died because he believed he would die.
Yeah,
and they're like, does that mean he's actually dead? Spock shrugs his shoulders.
Yeah, maybe. But they make like this tranquilizer thing that doesn't work on Scotty, so it shows me even more that it's all. That everything there is fake, and so they choose. Well, first off, they're like, Spock, if you believe that everything's fake here, can you mind meld with us to make us believe that everything's fake here? And it's like, can't you guys just believe that yourselves? Like,
it doesn't seem like a hard concept.
You saw Chekov die. You saw the tranquilizer not work. Spock tells you a pretty sound hypothesis as to like why it's not real. And you guys just can't believe that? Like, that wouldn't work? So Spock has to take the time to mind meld with all of them, as the Earps very slowly walk towards them.
Slowly gathering in numbers.
And, they shoot at them, nothing works on them. There's a fist fight between Kirk and one of the Earps. It's actually a really cool moment. I actually really like that.
Yeah.
But then, Melkot just kind of lets them go.
Right, because I think they proved that they're not killers.
Yeah. Which is weird, because, like, the whole conceit of the episode is that, oh, well, we sent you back in Earth history to this savage time where you guys are supposed to die, and it's meant to be a form of execution.
Right, it's not a show of will.
Yeah.
You're just there to die, living out 6-ish hours.
Which logically makes no sense, but when you look into it, when you just think about it, it's just like, okay, well, some writers just clearly wanted to write a Wild West story, and this is what we got.
Right.
So, but that's that, and then they're allowed to pass through space, and Melkot and the Wokosians are like, oh, well, you guys are okay now, so come on through, and you guys just want to like explore life. And McCoy is like, or no, Spock is like, wait a second, no, Kirk, you actually did want to kill that guy, and Kirk is like, yeah, and then we end. And that's the end. And that was Spectre of the Gun. It was fine.
Yeah.
Very, very fun, but I'm not sure how I would feel about it, like, just on a critical level. I don't know.
No, I think I'd be much harsher if we were more critical.
Yeah. But it's fine. I guess that about does it. Be sure to join us next week when we continue Star Trek: The Original Series. Until then, this has been Joey Morgan.
I'm Jacob.
Goodbye.